LandCruiser is a global vehicle, but Australia is recognised as being one of the best places to develop a vehicle. And in the case of the LandCruiser 300, more prototypes came to Australia than any other market. And this is for a couple of reasons. We've got really severe environment conditions that can cover more than 80% of the world's off-road environments. Our customer usage is also very severe. We accessorise, we tow. We're actually using the vehicles to conduct our life. It might be farming, it might be mining, it might be someone that's trying to do a tour around Australia. We rely on the LandCruiser to do our job and get us back safely.
The LandCruiser story is an Australian story, right? So Toyota first brought LandCruisers to Australia in the 1950s for the Snow Mountain Hydro project. And the lesson that they learned from that very quickly is that Australia is hard on the gear. You know, you can't build a test course like Australia. And so they continue to bring LandCruisers to Australia for testing and development because they know if it'll survive here, it'll survive anywhere.
The durability testing and performance testing that our team does, it starts right back at the early stages of the program where we understand where the customers drive the car. Now, in the case of a vehicle like LandCruiser 300, it's everywhere.
When I got out there and I saw the physical expectations people have of their LandCruisers, like the places that they take them and what they put them through, my mind was blown.
So we don't have to make up tests. We can speak to our customers and we need to make sure our car does what the customers are doing.
So our customers are driving in a vast range of conditions, so we really want to maximise how many of those we're checking out.
And can you replicate the tyre and the ground in a test bench or a test course somewhere?
No, so the sort of terrain that we're dealing with here varies so much. You've got the clay surface, you've got the sand surface, you've got the rock surface. To be able to build those in a test course, it's never going to be the same or as good as the real world situation. It'll only ever kind of give you a base level. So why not use the terrain we have here? Because it's fantastic.
For LandCruiser 300, there were a couple of key targets that were set and achieved. Firstly, the vehicle had to be durable and high-performing for our customer in our market, suitable for driving on long distances on dirt roads, towing trailers, going off-road.
So it's an entirely new vehicle from the ground up. It's got the new engine, it's got a new gearbox. My favourite thing about it is the new brake actuator. And these new systems, they come with increased processing power, which means new control systems. And one of our main focus items in the development for LandCruiser 300 is to really maximise these control systems for use off-road in Australia.
There was a strong target to reduce weight and improve efficiency. This is why you'll see the vehicle has a lot of aluminium panelling on the car. The aluminium panels on the upper body allow you to reduce the weight of the vehicle, but the frame stays as a high-strength steel part to maintain durability when driving on rough roads and towing heavy loads. The other target was to make sure this vehicle was very compatible with accessories. And when you look at the range of Toyota genuine accessories that was developed in conjunction with the vehicle and is now available for the customer, that was well and truly achieved.
LandCruiser 300 now comes with a brand new MTS, which is Multi-Terrain Select. It's a powerful tool for driving off-road, and it's in every LandCruiser 300 from GXL upwards.
One of the other key targets was to make the vehicle even easier to use and more comfortable and natural to drive. And I think one of the really great examples of this is the multi-terrain system that we've got in the vehicle.
Essentially what MTS does is it changes the vehicle to suit the type of terrain that you're driving on. You know, that's your sand mode and your rock mode in LandCruiser 300. We also have modes for mud, snow and dirt.
And whereabouts did you actually test the MTS system? What sort of terrain?
This is one of our off-road test courses. We've got a loose rock climb. We also have climbs with moguls in them. We also have climbs just with giant rocks and rock steps. We have mud climbs, we have kind of deep mud bog holes. We also have just general dirt off-road surfaces.
And what makes it important to test the MTS system in the real world as opposed to a test course?
Well, firstly, we have the real world available to us, so why not use it? And also that's where our customers are driving. We did a lot of research for MTS in Australia, so essentially it is an Australian MTS, it just also works well everywhere else in the world, and we're really proud of it.
So in the case of a vehicle like LC300, it's a global vehicle, but Australia was the central point for the real world development of this car. If the car's good enough for Australia and Australians, it will be good enough for the world.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.